Saint Francis Xavier, one of the greatest Christian missionaries that ever lived, was born in Xavier in 1506, Kingdom of Navarre, now part of Spain. He went to the University of Paris when he was 18, where he studied and taught philosophy. Here he met Ignatius Loyola, who tried to get Francis to join him. And at first, the happy-go-lucky young man just laughed. Ignatius repeated to him the words of Jesus in the Gospel. What does it profit a person to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? At last, Francis saw clearly that he could use his talents to bring people to God. He was one of the first 7 Jesuits who took vows of poverty and chastity at Montmartre, Paris in 1534. When Francis was 34, Ignatius sent him as a missionary to the East Indies. During his travels as a missionary in Goa, India, Japan, and other lands of the East, Francis made thousands of converts. In fact, he baptized so many people that he became too weak to raise his arms. Francis's love for Jesus was so strong that he could not rest at the thought of so many people who had never heard the gospel. He found that there were so many villages where there were Christians but no priest to say Mass or teach them their prayers. When he landed at Goa in India, he would go down the streets ringing a little bell and inviting the children to hear the word of God. Then he would take them to a nearby church and teach them catechism and prayers. He made some little lay apostles of them and invited them to spread the faith they had learned. He also was the first Christian missionary to venture into Japan, Borneo, the Maluku Islands, and other areas. Francis was about to extend his missionary preaching to China but died in Shangchuan Island at the age of 46. Today his body is preserved in the Basilica of Bon Jesus in Goa. In 1614, by order of Father Claudius Aquaviva, General of the Society of Jesus, the right arm was severed at the elbow and conveyed to Rome, where the present altar was erected to receive it in the Church of Jesu. He was beatified by Pope Paul V in 1619 and canonized by Pope Gregory XV in 1622. He is one of the greatest missionaries since St. Paul and is the Apostle of the Indies and the Apostle of Japan. In 1927, Pope Pius XI named Francis Xavier, along with Teresa of Child Jesus, co-patron of all foreign missions. Saint Francis is also the patron saint of missionaries, navigators, and parish missions. Invoked against plague epidemics, his feast is celebrated on 3rd of December in the Catholic liturgical calendar.